Sometimes in life, you gotta lock in. Whether it is a high-stake presentation, writing that paper, or getting a business off the ground, you need your body to perform at the highest level, but too often your body is like, and you end up wasting 3 hours watching whatever the fuck this is. Now, most people have heard of the term flow state, which is described as a state which an individual is fully concentrated at the task at hand. When it's time to do some work, your level of focus or performance is optimized during the flow state. But unless you are someone truly special, it is very difficult to enter the flow state on demand. Most people can only experience this when it's 30 minutes before an exam is over and you just realize that there is a second page on the back. But what if there is a way for you to reach your peak anytime at the snap of your finger in any aspect of life, whether it's sport, study, or performance? The secret technique I'm about to share with you is called the alter ego, and trust me, it actually works. An alter ego is a separate persona within you. This persona typically have qualities that is different from your original self, and you can adopt it any time for a specific purpose. If you think this is some woo-woo magic,
you did wrong.
Not only there are scientific studies and books about it, there are people in real life that made it work wonders. Kobe Bryant, the legendary basketball player, transcended the courts with his remarkable talent and unwavering dedication to the game. But it was not actually him on the court, it's the Black Mamba. Inspired by the deadly African snake known for its agility and precision, the Black Mamba represented Kobe's on-court persona, fierce, relentless, and utterly unstoppable. Beyoncé, the iconic singer, also has an alter ego called Sasha Fierce. On stage, Beyoncé transforms into Sasha, who is bold and fearless, allowing her to step out of her comfort zone and embrace a more assertive stage performance. Both of them consistently perform at top level in their respective realms with the help of their alter ego, and it works because it provides what's called a psychological separation. You see, whether or not you are in the flow state has no impact on your physical qualities, so it's not that you ascended into some kind of god during the flow state, it's just that in your normal state, you are just being held back by beliefs and doubts in your mind, which prevents you from fully locking in. These negative thoughts arises from the gap between your current identity and the traits required to accomplish the task at hand. Even if you do believe that you have the traits required, going all out on the task is risky because if for whatever reason you fail, you now question whether or not you have that trait. Some of you might be thinking, what is this self-talk bullshit? I don't have these in my mind when I try to focus. Actually, what's really important to understand is that this all happens at the subconscious level. Your conscious mind may not have these thoughts when you think of the task at hand, but it will project itself as negative feelings that takes away your productivity. So in short, lack of focus is only the symptom of your lack of confidence. This is where the alter ego comes in. When you shift into your persona, you now possess all the perfect traits you need for the task, erasing all the doubts that hinders your performance from your mind. On top of that, you lower the stake of the task by protecting your own identity, because when you fail, you can just blame on the persona. So, how to actually transform into an alter ego on demand. I am sure you've seen these videos before that takes a fictional character and promises you the tricks to turn you into that character, except they don't work because no matter what you try, you are not the character. Instead of trying to become whatever character you are analyzing, let them come inside you. Here is how you do this. Let's say you want to study intensely and you want to adopt the persona of the study god himself. The first thing you need to do is to close your eyes and picture that persona doing the task you are planning to do. Next, you should identify 2 to 3 things in this picture that you can replicate in your own work environment. This can be the clothings, accessories, lighting, sounds, anything that either change how others perceives you or you perceiving the world. These items are called artifacts, which are used to trigger your alter ego. Usually, artifacts that change your appearance are more powerful, but it's nice to have a mix of both. Obviously, it should be something practical and easy to replicate in your work environment, but more importantly, it should be something that you will never do outside of your alter ego, so that you don't confuse the fuck out of your brain on which identity you are using. In this example, maybe you will pick the blue tie and some Beethoven music in the background. Once you set up your environment with artifacts and you are in the position to perform the task, ask yourself this question. From here on out, what would this character do? In this example, the persona will effortlessly work through these study materials with absolutely zero expression on his face. And as you start doing just that, you are locked in as the study god. The first time you do this will be a bit shaky, which is fine because every new persona needs practice, almost like a new recruit in your roster. If you find yourself losing your focus, just ask yourself the question again and try to continue. One key mistake for beginners though is that when they stop doing the task, they forget to turn off the artifacts, which is a big no-no. Doing this too many times will dissociate your persona with these items and you will need to take your persona to the back of the bar and shoot it in tears. With time, you will find your persona to be more and more accessible, so much so that you no longer need mental imagery, asking the question, or even having the persona in mind at all. As soon as you wear those blue ties or hear Beethoven, you will automatically focus intensely, which can actually be both a blessing and a curse, so pick your artifacts carefully.